We welcome to the program now a new expert, Christine Baggerly from First Piedmont Corporation, and she has with her Joanne Schweikert, who's from Sunoco, and we'll talk to Joanne in just a minute. But Christine, First Piedmont Corporation, you all have been serving Virginia communities for over 40 years now as a full-service waste management company, and you have a new pilot program that has to do with curbside residential recycling. So welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit more about First Piedmont Corporation in case folks aren't familiar with the company.
Sure. We were founded in 1969. Our headquarters are in Chatham, Virginia, in Pittsylvania County. And we operate in the Danville market, Lynchburg market, Roanoke, and Martinsville. And we provide, in addition to recycling, waste hauling. That's our main business line. And we have a landfill, an industrial landfill, outside of Danville, Virginia. And we also take care of hazardous waste hauling, any kind of consulting service related to waste. We are the waste management and recycling experts.
And this is for residential, for commercial, for industrial customers.
Absolutely.
And then tell us about the pilot program that you've introduced to the Lynchburg area.
Well, it's a little bit unusual in that we're actually providing the service for free right now, which you don't hear often.
It's a great price.
That's right. How can you say no to free?
Yeah.
The reason why we're doing that is we're trying to get a good handle on what the costs are involved in picking up people's recyclables at their home, and so that ultimately we can offer the service for a price that's reasonable for the consumer, gets the greatest number of people to participate, and also obviously makes sense for us because we need to cover our costs. And we're doing it in partnership with Sunoco Recycling. Without them, we couldn't be providing this pilot program. We started in January and intended to do it only for 6 months, but extended it through December of this year because we really wanted more information, wanted an opportunity to attract more participants.
So tell us how it works.
All people have to do is go to the website, sign up, and say they want to recycle at their house. And they do need to purchase a cart. We've just gotten access to some gently used carts. They're 90-gallon carts. For $25, they buy the cart, and then every other week we pick it up at their curb in front of their house. They put it out on Friday morning. And what's great is you don't have to sort. You do have to rinse, but you don't have to sort. It all goes into the same cart. So if you think about the carbon footprint of that, it saves everybody driving to a convenience center, the Kroger, for example, the one near Kroger, for recycling. So instead, we're picking it up at your house.
Well, you bring up a couple of interesting points with this. A lot of municipalities, going back to the 90s, it was that curbside recycling was sort of the hot new thing, and then they realized how much it cost.
Right.
And so, we really can't afford to do this. It doesn't make sense. So this is a good approach, I think. And then, two, that's also kind of the new wave in recycling is not having people sort. Right. It's making it as easy for people as possible. And once we get it up to the facility, we'll sort it there.
Exactly.
And so you seem like you're a little ahead of the curve on those two things.
Yeah, and it increases participation because it is easier. And the only thing is that you really have to be good about rinsing because single stream is prone to higher contamination rates. So it's important for people to rinse the materials.
Especially the milk jugs.
Right.
That is this ongoing battle in my house.
It's no fun.
The kids drink the rest of the milk, put the cap back on it.
Right, and don't rinse it.
And just throw it in the recycling.
It smells good after a couple days.
Oh, my goodness. And then when I go a few days later to sort the recycling, oh goodness, you have to you have to clear the kitchen. You have to clear the house for that matter. You take the cap off. But, so rinsing is important. Talk about the other things that you take. I mean, the typical recyclables.
Oh, yeah. Cardboard,
okay.
paper, newspaper, glass.
You do take glass? Because that's kind of the trick. Okay.
That's something, that we haven't had in Lynchburg for a while.
Yeah, and initially when we started the program, we didn't take glass, but Sunoco has since found an outlet for that, and so we were delighted to be able to add that into the single stream program.
It's just for tell us what areas are involved.
We're starting in 24503 in that zip code, and certainly hope to expand it. And one thing folks can do who don't live in 24503 but would like to participate, if they would go to our website, fill out the survey that says they want to recycle, tell us what zip code they live in, and then we'll know that's probably where we should go next if we get a critical mass from any one zip code. And again, what we're trying to do is figure out where that magic price point is. It will garner the greatest number of participants for the program because that's where it makes sense for us. Route density is the key when you're going house to house. You want to get every house on the street. You don't want to pick only 3 up.
What's the website?
www.fpcwaste.com.
And we're talking to Christine Baggerly with First Piedmont Corporation. The website, by the way, again, is fpcwaste.com. If you want to go and sign up to be part of the pilot program where they're offering free curbside recycling, you just have to buy the 90-gallon cart for $25. And Sunoco, you all are able to do this through Sunoco. And joining us with Sunoco is Joanne Schweikert. So, Joanne, welcome. How does Sunoco, I mean, they're the ones who actually uses the recycled materials. Is that right?
That's exactly right. Recycling has to work, and in order for it to work, you have to have a market. You have to be able to sell the commodities that you collect from recycling. That is what we do. And Sunoco Recycling has been in Lynchburg around 15 years. Before that, we were the old Bryant Salvage back in the day for you long-timers. There you go. Remember that. We're over in Madison Heights on Recycle Road. And how this works is First Piedmont picks up the recycling, the single stream, and brings it to us. And in many cities, you have what is called a MRF, a material recovery facility, where the materials are sorted and baled and trucked and sold. Not here, not yet. That's why, Lynchburg, you've got to get with the program. We need a lot of tons so that we can get a MRF here. So how this works now is the single stream recycling is brought to us at Recycle Road in Madison Heights. It is baled and driven to our MRF in Raleigh, North Carolina. So it's not the most efficient system yet, but that's why we need Lynchburg to recycle so we can get the numbers and justify the equipment to have our own MRF.
So you're going to need a certain minimum amount by tonnage of all of this stuff to make it so that it's worth your while to do it, essentially.
Absolutely.
It's got to be scaled up.
It's got to be scaled up. Those are very expensive facilities, and but we're there. We have the land. We have the room. We just need your tons.
But once we have the volume, these things are if not profitable, they get by. I mean, they can live on their own. They don't have to be subsidized or anything like that.
No, we are a for-profit company. Sunoco is a $4 billion company, New York Stock Exchange symbol SON. Totally under the radar, but we're there. $4 billion worth of business.
But I mean, that's the way, as we talked about before, the way curbside recycling is going. Is that you want to make it as easy as possible for people. Don't have them separate it out, and then it goes to the big facility, and you've got some combination of people and machines separating everything out, and then it goes off to wherever you're selling it.
Which material is the easiest to recycle?
Cardboard.
Cardboard
is great, and we have a mill in Richmond, Virginia that pulps 300 tons of cardboard a day. So, Lynchburg, that's another reason why we need y'all to recycle, because we need all the cardboard we can get, and we need your help with that.
Now, can you take the cardboard that's like the banana boxes with the wax and things like that?
Now, wax cardboard is not a good thing, but thankfully the vast majority of cardboard is not waxed. And we also take office paper, aluminum cans, plastics 1 through 7, no styrofoam, please, but plastics 1 through 7, and various metals. And as we said, we will take glass.
And glass, yeah, which you don't have from the city. Certainly, if you're going to drop them off at one of the recycle centers.
What happens when people, and Christine, we were talking with you about they have to be rinsed out. What happens if they're contaminated in some way, if there is styrofoam in there, or if they haven't been rinsed out, if there's that contamination? How much of that does there have to be for the whole bunch to be ruined?
You know what I mean? The whole bunch will not be ruined. Okay. If that goes into like we said, we're going to bale that material and drive it to Raleigh. Raleigh is a state-of-the-art Sunoco Raleigh MRF is a state-of-the-art MRF with all the optical scanners and a whole bunch of people, and it will just be pulled out. Sadly, that item will be landfilled and will defeat your whole purpose of recycling. But we do have some outthrows with all recycling, but the vast majority.
It's better, but that's like we know with Dave Owen with the city. I mean, it would be the whole thing thrown out if there was enough contamination. So at least you never get to that level.
And Christine, you're talking about does this apply to businesses as well as residents?
Yes, we've recently added some businesses and are delighted that they've joined us. So businesses, residents in 24503, but our hope is to expand it. Certainly the truck drives through downtown to get to Sunoco. So we feel like that would be our next area in which to expand. So we hope the folks who live in downtown Lynchburg will get on the website and fill out that survey and say they want to do it.
Exactly, from the 03 to the 04.
Absolutely.
Is where you need to expand. How's your response been so far?
It's been great. We recently added a Refer a Friend program so our existing participants could spread the word among their friends. And we've got some really devoted customers who have sent the website link to everybody in their contact list. They've called friends and sent out word to their neighbors so that everybody on their street would participate. And so the benefit is that if we continue the service after January at a fee, they will get the first month free, and the new participant will as well.
846-8255 if you have a question about First Piedmont Corporation and their pilot program for curbside recycling. So, what will happen at the end of the year? What do you anticipate happening?
We really hope to be able to set a moderate fee that makes sense for a lot of people to participate and makes sense for First Piedmont to cover our pickup costs and also for Sunoco, because certainly they'll continue to be our partner in this, and to continue the service.
And now, so you pick up every 2 weeks.
We do.
On Friday, out there by 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible, depending on the level of response you get, that maybe you would pick up on a weekly basis, or
Absolutely.
maybe it would be a little further apart if you had just something like that, you might adjust it?
Yeah, in fact, I was talking with a customer. She and her husband are both retired. It's just the two of them in the house, and she was saying that rarely is her cart full every 2 weeks, and so I think we would offer once a month pickup as well. Let people decide what service level works for them and adjust their rates accordingly.
People have to buy the cart, but if you all don't continue with the program, or if they decide not to, you will get it back from them?
Yeah, we'd be happy to buy the cart back from them.
So folks still have a few more months to participate in this program,
Yes.
as they help you all determine what's going to make it profitable for you. So again, give us the details of what people need to do to sign up for it.
Just go to the website, fpcwaste.com, and fill out the form indicating that you'd like to start service, and then our customer service rep, Jamie Jones, from our office in Chatham, will give you a call, and we'll get the cart out to your house and start picking up your recyclables for free. It's a no-lose situation.
Right. What kind of questions do you have on the survey? I haven't had a chance to fill it out yet.
Oh, just how often people recycle, how many people are in their household, and also we do ask people to give us an indication of what they might be willing to pay once we do start charging, so that we can get a feel for what the market will bear, and as well as collecting the information on what our costs are, which is what we're doing now during the pilot program.
Very good. Christine Baggerly from First Piedmont Corporation, also Joanne Schweikert with Sunoco. Thanks so much for joining us. That's a good partnership you guys have there, and keep us posted.
Absolutely.
We're going to put we'll put the website at our website as well, WLNI.com, and hope that you're able to continue this
Thank you so
past
much.
2013.
Thank you.
Absolutely.